Yep. So, so I would say, yeah, definitely out of the matches that we're seeing, like there's not going to be a lot of easy upset potential, I think, within our 1-0 rounds, either between the Alpha bracket or the Omega bracket.
Ooh.
But this would be a definitive, pretty nice win if GYAN is able to pick this up. But a lot of misdrops from KUROTZO pretty early on might have benefited from a potential warm-up, as that eye piece hangs over in column 3 and immediately ejects her off the top of the board as GYAN takes the first round.
Double eye misdrop is pretty rough.
And just, all right, so looks like a little bit of better continuation there from KUROTZO. GYAN setting up the beloved T-spin triple power.
I spin triple. Okay.
And we know GYAN loves those T-spin triples. And openers like Fairy Cannon and the like. You know, like, honestly, and I think that is another thing as well about GYAN's playstyle, is with the amount of T-spin triple towers that GYAN is able to set up, you don't have to see a surge on GYAN's board to expect a 20 spike. It can just show up on a moment's notice. And that is something that is very hard to play around for people that are very used to kind of like, at most, receiving 5 damage off of the, you know, back-to-back quad or back-to-back T-spin double.
Ooh, the clutch clear on GYAN's board. Not quite enough, though.
Yep, so right now, we are 1-1 between KUROTZO and GYAN here at, you know, Tetra World Championships knockout phase. So this is already, of our 64-player invitational, we are in our top 32, and the winner of this will be guaranteed a spot in our top 16 finals bracket. And honestly, the stakes just keep going up and up as we keep running out of players to eliminate from this invitational.
Yeah, pretty high stakes. You kind of want to get that. You just want to get that spot in final bracket.
Oh, well, that is okay.
And GYAN sent a huge spike, but you know KUROTZO's still in this.
Oh, KUROTZO, very good cycling the piece, but unfortunate misdrop.
That J misdrop is unfortunate.
All right, and GYAN continuing to hold on to a very slight but subtle lead. And if he's able to continue through this the entire time, it looks like, oh, we're going to actually be getting double MS2 from both KUROTZO and GYAN this time around. Not incredibly familiar with GYAN going with a lot of MS2, but, you know, desperate times can call for desperate measures. A little bit of timing, GYAN works out that spike, and still sets up the forecasted T-spin triple tower, going for a giant spike over this well. And that is going to be quite a bit of damage. KUROTZO still relatively unfazed, but
these
having some hesitations in the process.
Insane. Oh my god, and the 30 spike. Okay. GYAN's really just like pulling out all the stops right now with these follow-ups. That was some really good stuff. Yeah,
that is very, very efficient. And also, I will comment out as well. So Vince is currently 1-0. They'll be playing, I think, Promo next, but that I believe is going to be on the Overflow stream, twitch.tv/EdgeTE. We have just as many matches happening on a second stream because there is so much talent that is still left in our tournament that we cannot fit it all in one broadcast.
Yeah, if we did, we'd be here all night.
But you know, do check out both of them. I promise you're going to be happy regardless of which stream. But they're both good.
There's plenty of Tetrio to be had.
Oh, KUROTZO, a little bit of hesitation, going for some skims in the process to try and get access to that very clean well of garbage, and manages to do so before it gets out of hand. And some very good downstack gaming there from GYAN, but the pressure is coming in so quickly, cutting off all these options, and KUROTZO starting to get back a couple of more rounds.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right, and so GYAN going for Fairy Cannon has a misdrop, so we're not going to be seeing that T-spin triple cannon spike, but there's still misdrops.
I mean, KUROTZO had plenty of misdrops of her own, so I guess it kind of just worked out for GYAN.
All right, no early O this time around, but we're seeing almost reliable TKI. It wasn't because of the misdrop, but it was meant to be. Oh, GYAN's gonna have to do some cycling to pieces just to stay alive from all that garbage. Got pushed up really high on the board. Not a great spot to be in this early into a round, but manages to do a little bit careful with the proper canceling. And KUROTZO not able to force a top out there for GYAN, looking for a multiplier, but is not able to find one. As GYAN starting to turn on the jets, KUROTZO trying to match pace. And overall, things still pretty even between these two. Neither player really overcommitting on resources, but usually when either player does the, everyone else kind of follows suit and things end up at roughly the same situation. Very nice transition of the well from KUROTZO there. Able to take that side well stack into a center well with a little bit more potential for those T-spins. And, a little bit of desync. This is dangerous because neither player may know what the other is doing. This is like the fog of war that we can have for the TWC. You can see KUROTZO just deciding to go full APM as much as possible because we do not know what is going to be the follow-up. Maybe not. Okay. A little bit more thought.
That's just full-on disconnection.
Well, that is a bit too much of the DC there, so we are going to have
much desync. Yeah, we're going to have to run that back a little bit.
A wee bit unfortunate there for the time being. And KUROTZO with the GG in chat as well.
Crazy.
Honestly, I think the only fitting thing would be if GYAN reconnects and immediately puts GG and then a good luck, have fun again. Just like, all right, good start to the set. Let's keep going. Keep it up.
That's one of those problems with having, the international tournament. It's just... I mean,
it is a world championship, and we've had, I didn't go over the entire list, but, most of our Swiss stages, which had about a quarter of our player base, were all representing between, 7 and 10 different countries. So, there's a lot of players from all over the globe that are playing in this invitational.
Yeah. So right now, we're going to just be waiting for GYAN to return. Things should be going smoothly, hopefully, fingers crossed. Just really for GYAN's sake, because that would be an unfortunate way to forfeit a match. And
all right, and yep, GYAN
we are good.
GYAN has returned.
I remember when this happened at WPLC. It's just there's an imposed speed limit that these tournaments host, and if you go too fast, they kick you out.
All right, let's hope that GYAN is hoping that the Filipino internet is going to be enough to hold in for the rest of the set. But keep in mind, GYAN is still 1-0, so GYAN at maximum may have to play another set if it doesn't work out for this one. So I think fingers crossed for GYAN and everyone else that's a little bit on the verge of tears with the internet connections. I know some setups are very tough. Yep, so I believe it's
3 to 4.
It is. So GYAN still has advantage. They're just going to be topping out in the background as we talk about this. But again, I will note it has been really interesting that GYAN has kind of held onto a very subtle advantage to kick things. Oh, are they playing this? I think both of them are just playing this out and then just keeping a mental track. So either someone has to communicate this information or this match has got to count. One or the other. Okay. Oh man, that was okay. Well, okay. Yeah. So I believe both of them thought the game was going to count. Unfortunately, the game was not going to count. The game. There was almost a top out before the game was aborted. So I think I'm going to keep it disclosed from the stream. But I will say someone definitely got cheated out of a round for that game.
Yeah, unfortunate.
It's a thing. Whenever there's a disconnect, players try to race to top themselves out the fastest. And for some reason, there's some pride in being able to top yourself out faster. I don't know why, but that's apparently just how it is. So, I mean... Besides that, there is also the quick play reason for it. If people are trying to top out to let someone farm the doubles revive achievement, people even before then were mapping 3 keys to hard drop just to top out faster. All right, so we are getting there in just a couple of seconds. We will be back with all of the action. Again, this will sit at GYAN 4 wins, KUROTZO at 3. And I really hope that... Okay, so GYAN now is currently sitting at the 4 wins, so I hope that KUROTZO does not decide to top that. Okay, all right, we have figured things out. Okay, we are learning. Perfect.
Everything is going to plan, guys. We are not having any hiccups so far. Nothing wrong has happened. It is fine.
No, there's no hiccups or toothless in sight. We are back at it for Game 8. 4 games to GYAN, 3 games to KUROTZO. And we have the mid-set. Good luck, have fun, hope for my internet from GYAN. But right now, I think there's also going to be a hope for just general board state. KUROTZO with the delayed good luck, have fun as well. But we are now all tied up 4 games apiece. And there's the Fairy Cannon we're going to be seeing from GYAN. Looking to potentially set up that T-spin triple tower. I think just has a pretty convenient center well that he's just going to go straight into working with that garbage. And GYAN able to solidify a point, staying very efficient. And that sudden garbage does punish KUROTZO's upstack.
All right, good opening for GYAN. That T-spin triple opening up the well perfectly. Things just working out in his favor here. Okay, we're back in the groove here.
Okay, KUROTZO holding on to the back-to-back surge a little bit longer. This may be a pretty strong spot for her to get a lot of damage off very quickly. Looking for a way to, oh my goodness, keeping that STSD for a little bit more of the back-to-back. Has to break it at 19, but it is going to be at a good enough time that it will not only push GYAN into the defense, but it will force the top out. And again, this set really could not be any more close. As we see, there's the TD into the M-Cross.
And look at that spot. Oh! Just quick.
Over 1.25 attack per piece there with that beautiful opener spike from GYAN, and re-solidifies his position in the lead for this overall match.
Quick. Clean. Just like...
Alright, there's the T-spin. GYAN does not get quad multiplier, but is able to get a T-spin single to keep that damage up as much as possible. But right now is going to be at the surge deficit. Has a bit of a misdrop with the hesitation. Needs to be very careful digging through the rest of this stack. Finds a way to keep surge for as long as possible. And KUROTZO having to delay that down stack a little bit. Not too great of a P sequence. And that's going to open the door for GYAN as well to recover the board state.
And GYAN breaking the back-to-back surge there, but I mean, there was not a lot.
Oh, the timing there from KUROTZO. Very, very nice. But GYAN
counters it very nicely. Like, we are
that was a very well-timed spike. And this is a bad sequence of Zs right now for KUROTZO. Has nowhere to place those pieces.
Really getting snaked here. That is not great.
Oh, this is such an abysmal piece queue right now for KUROTZO. He's trying desperately to find any way to keep up the damage, but just running out of solid options at the moment.
There we go.
And GYAN was much better stacked to work with. Oh, gonna have to pop surge a little bit. That may open the door for KUROTZO, but oh, it's still
KUROTZO's not looking the greatest either. That's a risky. No, there was no way there's gonna be. There was an out, but that was gonna be.
Oh, that
would have been a foolish thing to do if there was like T-spin setups off of that. That was like not worth the Trinity.
Pretty big spike
there from GYAN. 35, 38.
Oh my goodness! It just all immediately consumed onto the dinner table for KUROTZO, and she's able to eat all of that attack up and not break a sweat. As GYAN sitting at a is pretty far behind in the piece queue, still keeping up the damage, but has to find some other way to force this top out to KUROTZO. Otherwise, she's going to be able to bring this set back and continue on into the top 16. Very nice, easy spike there, but GYAN is going to be pretty well poised to deal with a lot of cheese, known for the efficiency.
Yeah, KUROTZO with the efficiency. KUROTZO has the speed, GYAN has the efficiency. It's really just like clashing right now. Like, it's still anyone's game. We are tied 6-6.
it has been blow for blow, mano a mano, basically since we came back from the connectivity issue. 4-4, 5-5. Just everything has been a deuce, but a very quick sudden spike. One attack per piece blitz there from GYAN. And somehow, despite KUROTZO going 3-0 in the group stage, she has not had a lead this entire set. And we are now well over past the halfway point.
Yeah. It seems like if GYAN can't get the win immediately, it's gonna like lean towards KUROTZO's favor.
All right, well, I feel like it's a really weird spot because KUROTZO hasn't really had a lot of trouble finding these, or finding these different options. Okay,
look at this spike.
Oh, that was.
And KUROTZO, not quite able to pull through.
I was gonna say I had to give it up for both of them. They both went for have a spike into mini 4-wide afterwards to try and just maximize that damage output. But unfortunately, when both of them are going for the same strat, only one of those is going to emerge victorious, and it looks like it worked out for GYAN, as GYAN right now has a 2-game advantage over KUROTZO.
Yeah, if we have a back and forth now, it's just GYAN's game.
And again, that is one of the best. Oh,
there's a.
Oh, double miss up there from KUROTZO.
Yeah, KUROTZO's not in a great spot. GYAN trying to take this to his advantage, if at all possible. But KUROTZO makes it through, manages to downstack that. GYAN with a nice Imperial Cross there.
Yeah, KUROTZO able to get a lot of all spins as well while that stack is being cleaned up. And despite that it's not really sending a lot of clean to GYAN is still able to use a lot of this incoming garbage for, even if it's not a clean spike, it's something that's able to have a multiplier at the end of it.
I'm still honestly a little impressed with that Imperial Cross find, because it wasn't 2 T-spin doubles. The first one was a T-spin single, but GYAN set it up correctly to the point where it still worked out in the end. I'm
all right, a little bit of a gamble.
And look at this spike from GYAN. Not quite enough. KUROTZO's still in this.
32 plus a follow-up, and still KUROTZO was unfazed. The board is really cheesed up, so this is going to be a bit of a difficult downstack for KUROTZO. But just as I say that, it immediately gets cleaned up again without a sweat from KUROTZO. And she is back in the hot seat. Beautiful board to work with, surge advantage, and you can see speeding up.
Look at that counter.
This is the time
to strike.
Look at that
counter spike. That eyepiece not coming in time for GYAN.
All right, and KUROTZO trying to hold this set as close as possible. It's going to be difficult given that GYAN has already had the lead for essentially the whole match. But now is the time to really, put it all out on the table if possible. This is not an elimination point, but this would be a huge benefit into the final set.
Ooh, and there we go. We are tied up.
All right, conveniently enough, we missed the OC deuce, but we've had a deuce basically every single chance we've gotten since 4 games apiece. And it looks like we're going to be seeing SDPC spin from KUROTZO. I missed the follow-up there on GYAN's side of things.
Ends up
finding that nice. Utilizing all the resources for that spike, and immediately
another
spike, so much clean.
But KUROTZO's still in this. For how much longer is a different question, but I mean, that's some pretty solid survival.
From KUROTZO. But still, GYAN does not even go up the board, just has so much damage with so few resources. It's impressive that he's been able to stay so efficient and so incredibly potent at sending so much damage.
Yeah, maintaining
and that was
basically 1 APT. Yeah, no, that was a bad gamble there. And
right as that,
the lead now for the first time in.
This is the first time, period, that KUROTZO has not had the lead at all. And honestly, 17 games into a first to 11, not a bad time to grab that lead.
Yeah, no.
This is a
KUROTZO
huge blitz right now. Essentially, for the first 5 or 6 bags of pieces, nearly 5 pieces per second, and it's barely slowed down at this rate. GYAN managing to hold in for the time being, but keep in mind, with all that speed comes a lot of extra damage.
Yeah, there's a...
All right, KUROTZO does have to break back-to-back. I think wanted to keep it a little bit longer, but still, both players managing nearly exactly one attack per piece. Whether playing fast or slow, the efficiency is not going to be compromised between these two. Well, unfortunately, not quite the all-spin there on KUROTZO's side, but still trying her best to continue this match. Again, a win here would put this on match point, and given the start of this set, that would be a phenomenal spot to put herself in. GYAN is hoping to keep this set, continuing to stay it close. Right now is behind on Surge, and you can see both players are trying desperately to think very
that was
carefully
a
about these
disgusting find from GYAN. What the?
Oh, and it's still not enough! KUROTZO managing to time this Surge damage perfectly, accepts all that garbage from GYAN, lets loose that incredible spike, and KUROTZO now on match point.
This is GYAN's last chance to get an easy, I would say easy in, but this is GYAN's last chance to get a guaranteed
I would not call it an easy in, but this is definitely, like, if you're going to qualify for top 16, you would have a massive benefit for doing it now.
Yeah, no, like, this would be the best time to get into the top 16.
Oh, GYAN wanted that T-spin triple! Oh my goodness!
Beautiful finds! Look at that spike!
And now
really managed to lock in there. But yeah,
and lock in.
That's still another point that GYAN has to get in order to like keep this going for at least a little bit longer.
Oh, GYAN
and those misdrops. Not a great start.
Was that misdrop or was that just early eye? I don't know if there's a continuation for Fairy Cannon. Fairy Cannon does have a counter spike. KUROTZO very high up on the board, needs to find a way down, and you can see speeding up to try and keep all access to all of those resources. Manages to do so. We will not be seeing an early top out. That was a very scary spot for KUROTZO. That could have been the point to make it a deuce, but the eyepiece misdrop might immediately bring things back into GYAN's favor. Here's the counter spike from KUROTZO, earns a little bit more of that room.
Yeah, no, we're so close here. Everything's riding on this moment. GYAN has to do something about this. There's not enough room.
And the beautiful 180 T-spin single there from KUROTZO closes things out. 11 wins to 9 wins. Again, GYAN being able to...
Yeah, with an incredibly strong comeback, KUROTZO manages to take this match back, moves